Genre: Expository text. Big Ideas from Nature by Adrian Mason. Essential question: what ideas can we get from nature? Read how ideas from nature inspired new inventions. Sometimes a sticky situation can lead to a great invention. In the 1940s, George de Mestral went for a walk with his dog. Along the way, George's pants and his dog's fur caught tiny seeds called burrs. George was curious. Why did the burrs stick so well? He looked closer. The burrs were covered in tiny hooks. George used this idea to invent a two-sided fastener. It had hooks on one side and loops on the other. Today, these hook and loop fasteners are used on everything from shoes to spaceships. Those sticky burrs gave de Mestral a great idea. Nature provided a model that George could imitate. Copying or imitating designs from nature is called biomimicry. Bi-o-mim-i-cry. Bio means life, and mimicry means to copy. From owls' sharp claws to elephants' bendy noses, nature is full of models. We can learn from each one. Inspiration: idea. Hooks. Fasteners. Observing how burrs stick to cloth and fur inspired one inventor to create a new fastener. Observing nature gives us ideas for new things. George de Mestral didn't set out on his walk thinking he would create a new fastener, but by being curious and observant, he did just that. Nature did it first. Designers often start with a problem. They may look for solutions in the natural world. Nature has been making and testing designs for a long time. Nature often has the answers to questions people ask. More than 100 years ago, the Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur, wondered how to fly. For an answer, they watched birds, the flying experts. Watching bird wings gave them ideas on how to design airplane wings. While bird wings are not identical to plane wings, they both can fly. The Wright brothers built an airplane in 1903. It was the first to lift up, up, and away. Inspiration: idea. Leonardo da Vinci was an artist and inventor. He lived more than 400 years ago. He looked at birds' wings and then drew plans for many flying machines. Smart shapes. Fish and cars share a problem. It takes energy to move a fish through water and a car through air. Fish get energy from food. Cars get it from fuel. To create a new fuel-saving car, designers studied the shape of fish. They found that the boxfish's square shape was streamlined. This means that the fish slips through the water without wasting energy. By making the new car's shape similar to that of the boxfish, they created a car that saves gas. The car's frame is also similar to the fish's skeleton. The metal frame is thick in some places and thinner in others, just like the fish's bones. This saves on materials and puts strength where it is needed most. Inspiration: idea. Watching fish gave car designers a new idea for a car's shape. Energy savers. Air conditioners keep buildings cool. The shape of a building can also help. In Africa, termites gave builders an example of a self-cooling structure. Holes at the bottom of termite mounds catch the wind. The air rises through tunnels and flows out the top. The termites designed an effective way to cool a structure. The builders borrowed their ideas. During the day, fans on the first floor blow cool air into the building. The air rises and flows through chimneys on the roof. This design saves money and energy. Inspiration: idea. How is a termite mound like this building in Africa? They both need a way to stay cool. Stop and check. Summarize. What did you learn from reading the section called Energy Savers? Tell what this section is about. Master Movers. You can't travel to Mars, but a robot can. Robots can explore places that are not safe for people. Robots can't walk, but they still have to travel over dips and bumps. Sometimes they get stuck. Designers are working on a robot called JAWBot to fix the problem. The name JAWBot comes from the words jump and roll. The JAWBot can do both. The super spring of grasshopper legs gave designers their idea. Inspiration, idea. Grasshoppers and the robot JAWBot can both jump. Tunnel makers. More than 200 years ago, an engineer was trying to drill a tunnel under a river, but each attempt failed. The walls kept falling in. Then he saw how shipworms bored through wood. The animal uses a tough shield to drill. Then it builds a hard tube along the tunnel walls. What a great idea! The engineer copied the shipworm to build the Thames Tunnel. As he drilled, workers lined the tunnel walls with bricks. Inspiration, idea. Shipworm. Shipworm's tunnel. Shipworms and tunnel builders need a way to drill through wood or rock safely. Mixing new materials. Tiny hairs on a gecko's foot help it climb walls. It can cling to ceilings too. Scientists studied gecko feet to create a bandage with bumps. The bandage is so sticky, it can even attach wet surfaces, like a human heart. Inspiration, idea. Sticky gecko feet gave doctors an idea for a super sticky bandage. Stop and check. Summarize. What did you learn from reading the section called Mixing New Materials? Tell what the section is about. Working together. Birds fly in flocks. Fish swim in schools. They do this without hitting one another. Cars move in large groups too, but they often crash. Today, car designers are learning from locusts. They study how the insects travel together safely. One day, you might drive a car that sees the cars around it. Inspiration, idea. Ideas from locusts are helping to design safer cars. Caption. Stop and check. Ask and answer questions. Why are car designers studying locusts? Reread page 266 to find the answer. Learning from the experts. Biomimicry shows that ideas that work for nature can work for people too. It makes sense. Need a material that is strong and stretchy? Learning about spider silk would be a good place to begin. Spider silk is one of the strongest fibers in nature. It is as flexible as an elastic band and strong like steel. Need a type of glue that will harden in salt water? What do the sea creatures, barnacles, and mussels use to stick on rocks? Maybe nature already has a plan or a recipe people can use. Observing how nature works also shows us ways to help the planet. Nature does not waste materials or energy, and natural designs do not pollute the air or water. Learning new things while protecting Earth's resources. That's an idea worth copying. Inspiration, idea. This cloth was woven from the silk that spiders use to spin webs.